Hello, Nettie Owens here with Sapari Solutions Professional Organizing, helping you create a space that supports who you are, what you're doing, and where you're going. And I've been coming to you every day and bringing you a daily organizing tip related to organization, productivity, time management, and systems. And all of July, we're going to be talking about boundaries. So I wanted to jumpstart that conversation and talk to you about boundaries as they relate to your stuff. There is a great book, and I shared a great book with you yesterday called Deep Work. But today's book is actually called Boundaries. Okay, and the author is Dr. Henry. I have a passage in here that I just like to read to you. They're talking about physical boundaries, and they say physical boundaries indicate where property begins and who the owner of the property is responsible for everything that happens on that particular property. That non-owners are not responsible as to what happens on that particular property. So fences and other signs and things indicate this is where my property is, this is all the stuff within this space that I'm responsible for. They go on to say that there are spiritual boundaries, that there are non-physical boundaries that define the same thing in sort of a spiritual sense. So boundaries define who or what is me and what is not me, what is you, what belongs to you, what belongs to me. And so clutter, I like to say, is a boundary violation. If we have clutter in our lives, then that clutter has been allowed to violate the boundary of what I say is mine or not mine, and what is acceptable in my space and what is not acceptable in my space. And sometimes this happens simply by default. We just haven't decided. We haven't decided where the boundary is. We haven't decided what is acceptable to have in our environment, what tasks are acceptable to be on our task list, and what is going to be allowed into that space and into that environment. So I want you to think about that today. I want you to think about what in your life, in your physical life, in your spiritual life, in your time in your life, have you allowed to just exist without defining whether it is acceptable for it to be in that space, whether you're really going to be responsible for it being within that. You can imagine in your mind a fence around you, being in that place for you. Are there things that you just haven't made a decision on whether they fit? Are there things that you have allowed other people to put into your space and not been very clear about what is acceptable and what is not? So that's your tip for the day, is to think about your boundaries as they relate to the stuff, the physical stuff in your life, the time stuff in your life, and maybe even the spiritual thought kind of stuff that's in your life. I'm Nettie Owens. My company is SapariSolutions.com, and I am the creator of the Take Control system. I help you create a space that reflects who you are, what you're doing, and where you're going. If you like these videos and you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to click the button to subscribe, and you'll get them delivered directly to your inbox. Bye-bye.